Hello friends and welcome back. It's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and today I'm presenting for cut cardstock using metallic cardstock. Check out that extra shine you can get when you use foiling on metallic cardstock such as Curious Metallic and Star Dream Metallic. So I've got my glimmer machine out here, and I'm going to use probably the gold and some teal colored foil on these things. So this is the Geo Arches from Pink Fresh. I love this thing. I have both this and the stencils, and that's what I'm using today. So again, I'm cutting my piece of cardstock, or not cardstock, I'm cutting my piece of foil, and I'm laying it on there, making sure it's covered. And then I've got the metallic cardstock. This is Star Dream Aquamarine is what I'm using here. So you can see here I'm kind of lining it up here and then folding a piece of tape over the cardstock and the foiled piece to make sure that I get it doesn't shift on me. And you may notice that I've made an error because metallic foil is always supposed to be pretty side down. So again, here I'm showing you my error. So again, I turn the cardstock over and it's not colored, but oh my, look at that gorgeous Geo Arch plate that I now have. So again, isn't that pretty? Luckily, it doesn't impact your foiling when you do this. So again, I'm gonna do cut another piece, and this time I'm gonna put it pretty side down. I just have to laugh at myself. So there I was obviously debating on which side went up or down. So again, now I have it in the correct position, and I'm going to go ahead and add that piece of tape again. And then we'll put it back and wait for the glimmer machine to heat up. I've been doing a lot of foiling lately, and what I found was easier to do is to disengage the plate first, then put the foil on, then add the cardstock, and that way you don't get movement or extra edges. But look at how gorgeous that is. I'm amazed every time I uncover one of these. It's just so cool. And then the wonderful thing in the end is that you can use the negative sheet that's created, the foil sheet, and one of the flat plates to actually create a different look. Same design, it's just done in the negative. So you can see here I've written on my machine pretty up. So obviously I'm going to discover that that's not the correct way. And here I am changing it, and I put an arrow so that I would know exactly how to place it. So again, here's the gold one, and this is actually on Curious Metallic Cryogen White, which is one that I use quite a bit because I think it's just gorgeous. So what I did was I pulled out some distress inks. So I'm using tumbled glass, prize ribbon, salvage patina, peacock feathers. So again, I've got one that's kind of more bluish, which is going to be this one. So again, I'm just ink blending using the coordinating stencil. So again, I love Pink Fresh's coordinating stencils. They really do a great job. So look at how pretty that is. So then the next thing I'm going to do is add the arches there, and then we're going to go ahead and color the arches. And again, I used all distress inks. And get those all colored in. And then because the base started as light blue, I went ahead and just kind of left it. So you see there, I've got one that's more turquoisey and one that is more blue. So now I'm going to do on the Cryogen White, I'm using kind of warm colors. So I have Kitsch Flamingo, Scattered Straw, and Saltwater Taffy. Saltwater Taffy is one of my new favorite pinks. Pinks, coral colors, excuse me. So again, I'm more of a cool color girl, but again, like to use these warm colors sometimes. So again, I'm just here, I'm showing kind of doing the one part here, and then we'll kind of move on. And again, I had to kind of play with it to get it matched up, you know, appropriately. But, you know, again, in the end, you can get it matched up and it works very, very well. So now I'm doing the arches. And this is the saltwater taffy. So again, you can create a lot of different looks by using the distress inks and things. So now I'm kind of looking for that triangle center part. So again, it makes a great background, and you really don't have to do a whole lot with it. All I ended up doing was adding some sentiments. I've got thankful, grateful, blessed. I've got happy birthday. And again, I cut out different sets to put the sentiments on. So you just saw the positive and negative images there. So I'll use those at some point. So here's a heart that I cut out, and I've got thankful, grateful, bless on that. Here's a oval, and I've got happy birthday on it. And so again, I'm kind of matching it up there. And in the end, I decided I wanted that oval to be pink. I thought it needed more of a pop of color. So again, I pulled back out the Kitsch Flamingo. And I'm going to go ahead and just ink blend over the Cryogen Metallic. And again, that's kind of what's fun about these metallics is, again, if you start with a base color that's not too intense, it's very easy to change the colors on it. So again, that one's going to go there. The heart is going to go there. And then I ended up cutting, I tried to do another heart and then wasn't happy with it, so I ended up just cutting a rectangle and putting the happy birthday on it. And again, I foiled them in the same colors so that they would all be matchy-matchy. So I added some foam tape on the back of the pieces so that they would pop up. On this one, I ended up just putting a second heart behind it. So then we'll go ahead and attach it to the Cougar card bases. Again, I make my own card bases. I buy the 8.5 by 11 paper and then slice it in half and store it. And I've got it ready to rock and roll when I'm ready. So again, just kind of trimming this one a little bit because I wanted a little bit of the edge to show on this one. So again, using my ATG tape runner. Love this thing. I know there's, people that love it and people that don't love it. I love it. Use it all the time. I've actually got 2 of them going in my craft room. So again, I decided to go ahead and glue this heart on there so that I had better adherence. Wanted to make sure that it really stayed. There you go. Pretty. So let's make another card here. Let's put the happy birthday one together. So trim that one a little bit so that that white card base would show. I'm going to go ahead and attach it then to the card base and then add that oval on there. And then for the rectangle, it covers the entire card front. And then I've just added this rectangle, and I decided to put it in an angle just to, a little bit of interest. So I got out some of, my bling. Some of it's Pink Fresh bling. Some of it is other bling from my bling drawer, and just decided to add a couple of jewels on there just to make it more interesting. You should see a red arrow at the lower right-hand section of your screen. I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, I do a lot with florals. I do a lot with Tim Holtz, grunge type of things. So again, I'm just kind of, like I say, I love flowers and, pretty pretty bright colored things. So again, would love to have you join my subscriber group. So again, just kind of picking out the ones that I want to use. Just kind of adding them there randomly, always in odd numbers. You know, again, I always struggle adding sequins and bling to things. You know, it's like, do I have enough? Should I? And I always tend to go from one corner to the opposite corner. That tends to be my strategy. So again, I'm going to go show you the cards again. It's Terry from Terry's Mailbox. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Blogger, and YouTube. Would love to have you subscribe. Have a great day.